And we are live. It is high noon on Wednesday, hump day. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope it's weather's good for you. And it's hotty out here. I want to welcome you to my show, ALPOUGH, number 123. How exciting. I've been online since April 1st. And we've reached a lot of people, and I want to thank you for coming in, and those who will be coming in later. It seems that we have a lot of people who watch my videos afterwards. We're over 400 subscribers and 45,000 views. So if you haven't had one view, please check me out and give me a like and subscribe. Because I'm here every day and excited to be here. Today is a subject that is extremely special to my heart because it's a goal of mine for us to be the greatest spiritual being that we can possibly be. So here the question is, are you afraid of your own spirit? Are you stuck in your mind and body? That's a question that I think that needs to be at least pondered. In my 64th years, this is my 65th year on this plane here that we're on, whether it's round or level. I'm here. And so if there's anything I've noticed here in how the things are being made for us, well, it's taking away two things. Number one, it's taking away love. Number two, reducing our spirit to something that happens when we pass. If ever, okay? So are you stuck in your mind and body? Well, if you're an atheist, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I love all my atheist friends. I've met lots of atheist people. And of course, we agree to disagree, and that's fine because I tell them, well, you'll see. You'll see. It's a guarantee. Now, most people who are, by the way, atheists, wait till you get on your deathbed. You might have a little bit of a change of heart because you'll be seeing things that you never saw before. So if you're under religion law, yes, you have issues. You're in your mind and body, and you're letting a law tell you what to do as opposed to your spirit, your spiritual growth. Are you into material things? Is it just about having your house and all kinds of material things, great cars, great furniture, go traveling all over the world? Okay, material things. Now, here's a question I want to ask you. And this is very important because this is how this thing is going to change is, have you ever been around someone who died? Have you ever, if you've, been, isolated away from death, you see, in other times here, the family members died at home. This all changed in the last 100 years, of course. Now everyone dies in a medical hospital or some type of elderly facility. Okay. Now, I want to tell you my first encounter of death. And before I go into that, I just want to say one of my greatest honors in my life one of the greatest, if not the greatest, honors of my life is holding the hand of someone in passing. So I want to tell you the first time that I experienced it. Now I became a hospice nurse. I worked in actually the medical field from the time I was 20, and I went back to it years, 10 or 12, 15 years even later. And so in that process, I've been in mental facilities, worked in there, medical surge, surgery, and so, and one of the things I did also was hospice. And so the first time I did hospice case, I do remember I've probably done at least 20, but I remember my first and my last, and that's the ones I want to tell you about. So the first time I experienced it was I went in and I was going to do a night shift, and I go in and I'm at an elderly care facility. All right. And so I walk into the room and there's two ladies around this elderly lady who was on her last. Okay. Now you don't know, till you get in there, till you understand. So just to let you know that usually, in case you don't know this, because you should know it, is that when it's time for people to go, usually they're snowed under morphine. Okay. Now, I don't know if fentanyl is the thing now, but, back then it was morphine. And so they, somebody's on a PRN, which means they can take it anytime they want. So anyway, I walk in this room and there's these two wonderful ladies and they look at me and so they're both holding her hand, one on one side, one on the other. And so I said, my name's Michael. And I said, this lady's very special. They told me, both of them. She was the rock of our family. Okay. We all love her. And we've been with her for days now. And we got to go home and sleep. And that's why they called me. Okay. So I had their phone number and everything. And so, but I realized this lady, even though she was under, I realized this lady was special. I know presence. Okay. What does mother always say? Know thy surroundings. Know who's in a room. Feel their spirit. So this is about 11 o'clock at night. They leave about 11:30 because we were talking and they were telling me about her life, this special lady, all the things she did, all the people she helped. And so I said, I got her. Okay. And so I had a chair right next to her and I said to them, I'll be holding her hand. Okay. I'll be holding her hand. So I sat down there, left, and there was just me and her. She opened her eyes and looked at me. And I smiled. And she smiled back. And she took her last breath. This was no more than an hour after they left. I felt that in a way, I didn't belong there. This was not my moment, but it was. If you see someone, you can see when someone takes their last breath. It's like a breath. It's like that, guys. You've never been around it. I stood up. And the next thing I felt was her whisking through me. Shoo! Holy! I felt her presence go right through me. In other words, I felt her spirit. And then I knew, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I knew, boy, we really do go on. That was an amazing experience. It wasn't my last. Now, I know who I am. So, I'm here to let you figure out who you are, which is a great spirit. And if you get to this show, this is the first thing I want you to know, is you're a great spirit. Are you there yet? Yeah, but you don't realize it. Why? Because I believe you're probably afraid of your own spirit. So, and this happened to me. So anyway, I call them. And I guess they lived a ways from the place because they were still in their car. And so they turned around and they came back. Okay. And I told them my experience, what happened to me. And they were so relieved. They actually were happy now. Excuse me. And when I told them what happened, they acknowledged me. They said, we've never met anybody like you. And I'm like, well, that's for sure. This was one of my times when I started realizing who I was, that I'm available. You see, I operate on both sides. I operate on this side and on the other side. And if you don't think there's not another side, well, I'm letting you know that there is. Okay. Then my last one was Ken. I'll never forget it. It was my last one. On the way there, I was driving and I saw what I thought was a hawk that had fallen. It was interesting. And when I saw it, it was really weird. I just got some intuition. I've been coming. This was my last case. You see, the one I was describing to you, it's usually not like that. Usually you're going there for 2 or 3 days. Okay. 2 or 3 nights, whatever the cycle is, it's usually 12 hours. Okay. So this was like my third night. I want to say my third night. Now you're in the home, so you're around the family. So you literally become one of a family during this process. So I knew Ken's wife. I knew his daughter. We hung out. And of course, they left. All right. Ken, who was acting pretty much the same, we would be talking, all right? And then while we were talking, he looked up at me. He looked into my eyes. And he said, I don't want to die. And he was gone. Like the first lady, like everyone, I left their eyes open. I have a belief that your spirit, I think, goes through your eyes. And you want to see where you're going. It's called a 5-MeO DMT trip. Everyone has it. You have it during the time in your body when you're pregnant with your mom. It's like your spirit enters, and then it also does it when it leaves. So, just to give you a dichotomy of a lady who was looking forward to going and someone who wasn't. I went on, this is right before I went on and started working at Ford. I left the medical field and went to Ford, and then left there. And now I'm here where I am now. So holding the hand, someone in passing, one of the greatest honors of my life. Don't be afraid to face your spirit, guys. Don't deny yourself this honor, this incredible part of you that exists. And your spirit, guys, is no different than your legs. You got to exercise them. You've got to acknowledge. You must expand your spirit. Being disconnected reduces the love that you want people to know about. Now, we're in a new world design. I've said this before. Some call it the New World Order, but I'm calling it a new design. This is my tag on what it is. That we're in a new design. And I'm just really going to be blunt about it. They want to turn us into robots. They want the organic body will be a thing of the past. And we will be in a spiritless world. This is what's coming. And no love. Love is lost. If you look at it, the ones who are basically in charge of us, are they talking about love? In schools, critical race theory, are they talking about love? See, critical race theory is actually critical face theory, which actually is what we need is a critical love theory. It's not about placing others in a box. It's about learning how to love each other, not divide each other into a race, but a face. and how to love each other's face. Now, how do you get in touch with your spirit? You know, a lot of people don't go to church anymore. A lot of people, it's not, okay? You've been turned off, right? How do you become in touch with your spirit? By saying, I am an adult of my spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to become an adult of our spirit. Why? Because our power is when the spirit and mind are one, your own personal trinity. Now you do this. Say it with me. I'm an adult of my spirit. I'm an adult of my spirit. I'm an adult of my spirit. Say that. Say it over and over again. And you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So this is what we do. We learn to love one another. It's not in the New World design, guys. It is not. So an article Cuz sent me about an 11-year-old boy who graduated from college. Very smart kid. Nothing wrong with the kid. But his whole goal was to replace all body parts. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to replace, is what he wants to be as a scientist who replaces all our body parts. It's an 11-year-old smart kid. See, making the organic body. You know what organic is, guys? It's a body that Mother created for us. Has everything it needs. I'm going to go into what the world used to look like thousands of years ago. Now, I've talked about this, about the giant trees. You see, I've got the trees behind me. Maybe I'm in the forest. We'll be talking about that. We need to get back to our organic body. I'm going to go into and tell you how when the organic body started changing, and that was in the turn of the 1900s, early. I'm going to go into it's another show. I got so much else to say. So let's see here. Who's my comments here? All right. Whoa. Thank you, Tracy. Lovely backdrop. I hope you love it. I'd like to change it. Yes. Now, one of the things I did not bring up and I wanted to, which thank you for reminding me, Tracy. It's a banner I missed, and I really want to talk about it. Thank you, Tracy. The soldiers are coming back, guys, from Afghanistan. Okay? We have got to, you have to understand what they've been through, what my wife's been through but she's been to Afghanistan. She did a tour in Afghanistan and Iraq. These people who have fought for our freedom, or at least that's what they thought they were doing, and they're coming back. And we got to be sensitive to them, guys. Because when you've been around this, I've been around, many people have died, but not hundreds. Not the guy right next to you, Tracy's been. 1 minute they're alive, one bullet shot and they're gone. And you get to witness. So these are the times that we have to be very sensitive. And that's why I really wanted to make sure, and again, they're coming back now, guys. Now we can really send the love out to our soldiers, to our young people. Remember, these kids go at 18 years old. Think about yourself at 18. And to go through this trauma and to see it. So let's show some love to our soldiers coming back. Let's keep showing love to each other. Take our spirit, turn it into love, baby. I love my spirit. Say it. I love my spirit. Perhaps you want to be a holy man. Whole, W-H-O-L-E, whole, same as holy. Be the best you can be. And I'm going to be the best I can be. And I'm going to be back tomorrow. I had so many great things. I got studios changed. I'm getting ready to start doing some little quick 3-minute, 4 or 5-minute comedy skits on you. You make you laugh. I'll be doing that in the evening. Okay. That's coming. Right now I'm doing my noon show, but I'm preparing for the future. And so let's prepare for our soldiers to come back and let's keep going. All right. So I love you. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you have a great afternoon. I hope that your life is what you want and not the new design. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time.